nice crown. I don't care. Fight me. In my box, I have some soft pastel pens. I have been watching ASMR for a long time, like I'd probably say since 2017, 2018, and I've always wanted to make ASMR, and I was just too much of a weenie. 2026 is the year we stop being weenies. We gotta put our brave faces on sometimes. Now we need to do that and be brave. Now more than ever. Now more than ever. My pastel pan set came with some sponges. So, I started ASMR at my big age of 30, going on 31. My birthday is in April. Because what in the world am I waiting for? Christmas. Christmas is every dang year. Every year. Like clockwork, you know. I also have some random stuff in my pencil box here. I have a square card reader because I own a cottage bakery. Yes, I am a business owner. That's new for me to say. I actually just launched a cookie cottage bakery in October, November. I did my first vendor event in December. December was pretty tragic, as was September and June. I mean, the whole month has been tragic. I really pushed myself to do that event. We had a loss in my family, and I didn't want to do anything. I really didn't. I just wanted to lay down and just kind of give up. I feel like the last, I'm doing the math, give me a second. I feel like the last 3 years have been pretty tough on me, just mentally, physically, and spiritually, so in all the ways it could be. So I really pushed myself to do that event, and I'm really glad I did, because I got the experience of doing a vendor event. It was very small scale, so it was perfect. It was like the perfect place to have a trial run at events. I'm really looking at doing my local farmers market this summer. I hear it's a pretty popular event in my city. It officially starts in May, I believe, and then runs till the end of October. My boyfriend and I have been kind of talking about, his mom, his dad, and my mom is also kind of in there. Um, so I'm very overwhelmed with all the help, and I surpassed my sales goal um, that I loosely set for myself to. When I launched, I really didn't think I was going to have a lot of sales. You know, I try to be realistic with myself and not be too delulu, but delulu enough. I think being overly realistic and too logical comes from my anxious self and my nervous self. Um, I have a lot of fear, and I'm working on that. In my hand, I'm fidgeting with a pen. It's the butter tones, the butter tones, the butter tones. Do you all listen to the butter tones? Have you heard of them? I'm a bit of a yapper. So if you're looking for something to put on in the background, or to fall asleep to, I'm here for you. You know, I will just be yapping away in the background about everything under the sun. And you can be kind of virtually in the same room. It's almost like we're co-working. We're just like coexisting together for a moment. Very cool. This year, we really need to build community. Our friends and neighbors need us. They need us. They've always needed us. It's time for the rest of our country to wake up. Wake up and join the party. The party, excuse me. I have a tendency to missay things like put a word in reverse order or something. Here is another random item in my pencil box. When I ordered my Square Reader for my phone, it came with this sticker, and it just shows you all the forms that Square accepts. I am a certified yapper. I get off track easily, quickly, and sometimes I never return. But I'm gonna stay on track for y'all. Something I've been loving lately, ASMR wise, is wax cracking videos. I really love objects that are clay, slime, sometimes squishy if it's got enough wax on it. You know, I really love that slow crackle. You know, it's so satisfying to me. The other items in my pencil box were some charcoal sticks, and now that I have a soft pastel pad, I really need to give these a try. I don't have any experience at all with charcoal sticks, I don't believe. Maybe once upon a time in art school, in like 4th or 5th grade, but that was a lifetime ago. I have some Sharpies, a couple pens. I have this palette knife that this Q-tip looking sponge or makeup applicator sponge just slides right on. And then I have assorted pencils. I have one regular pencil, just a number 2. And then I have some sketching pencils, and I believe these these two are charcoal pencils. Somebody was listening to their voicemail. Okay, let me show you the pencil box. It's blue. I've had this pencil box. I think I got it in grad school. Don't quote me. It could have been when I was in undergrad. I have quite a few stickers. This one, I peeled off an envelope from my ex-best friend's mother. She still sends me Christmas cards, and I love her so much, Over the years, I always found myself more at friends' homes than my own home. Growing up was hard, as it is for a lot of kids. And I always found safety at friends' homes, and sometimes their parents took care of me, and I'll always be grateful for that. I miss her mom though. She's alive. Because we're not friends anymore, so I don't see her. Or my ex-best friend. But this sticker says, "Be realistic. Plan for a miracle." Be realistic. Plan for a miracle. In the corner here, I have, it's like an art palette with two different paintbrushes behind it, like this. So it's almost like an art flag, like an art pirate's Jolly Roger. Oh my god, okay, I have to make that a character. Oh, I'm getting good ideas right now. Yes, let me write that down. Okay, so I haven't done a lot of things out of here, right? One of them is do art. Now, historically, I have degrees in writing, but not like actual visual art making. And for a while I was complaining, and I was still stuck in like that past self mentality, like, oh, I didn't get to do art classes in high school or college, like college part 1, and it sucked, and I'm sad about it still, blah blah blah. And I wasn't doing anything about it. So last year was the beginning of me doing something about it. Let me make my note real quick. Sometimes inspiration just hits you, and you have to answer the call, right? That's every artist, poet's, writer, creator. That's our job, and that is our duty, to answer the call in the way we know how, which is art. You can't change the world if you are not changed and moved by the world. I'm quickly sketching this sticker. So I have some ideas. So I have begun teaching myself how to sketch. Shout out to YouTube Academy. Some people call it YouTube University. I like to call it YouTube Academy. So I've been watching videos myself be seen via art. So, back to the pencil box. I have 2 champagne stickers on here. If you know, you know. The champagne stickers. I was talking about the 2 stickers I got from school when I was in grad school. One says Lit Quakes, Lit Cast. The other one says Women Who Write, California College of the Arts. That is where I went to grad school, California College of the Arts. Which, y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about something? So, that's not what you think. That was my chair as I turned. It's like pleather. Anyway, so I saw on Instagram, of all places, that California College of the Arts, formerly CCAC, California College of Arts and Crafts, if you know, you know, CCA is ceasing academic operations for like right after the 2026-2027 academic year. Vanderbilt is taking over. Vanderbilt is taking over CCA. It echoes the tone of arts in America right now. It truly does. I feel like the writing community has been very impacted by the slash to arts. That's probably not true though. I think all of the arts took a really big hit. We can't make change if you're not hydrated and well. Drink your water. Now, this is what we came here for. Is my light on? I'm gonna try not to blind you. This is my pastel pad. I guess you can maybe see it better. So the first page is a piece of protector, and then it's the actual pastel paper. You can't really see well, but if you can kind of see, it's got texture. It's teethy. It's got teeth, toothy, whatever they want to call it. They say that this kind of paper is better because the chalk holds on to it better. A couple weeks ago, I did my first chalk piece on canvas panel. I had primed with clear gesso because they recommend soft pastel on pastel board or something similar, and if you use regular canvas, to just prime it with something. So that's what I did, and I painted something, and I thought it came out beautiful. I loved how kind of whimsical and vibrant, I don't know, just very catching in the soul pastel makes me feel. But the piece I made was kinda out there, kind of abstracty, kinda not, like, who knows what it is. I just like to follow color and let it guide me when I make my paintings. I will put in a picture of what it looked like originally. But here's what it looked like after I used a fixative to seal the board. I know the lighting is trash. I apologize. Okay. So if you can kind of see it. This is not what it looked like when I finished it, and I am so sad. I used crayon workable fixative, and I think it was 100% user error. I don't know anything about chalk, so I'm learning. Obviously, I didn't know how much was too much when spraying. I think I was maybe too close, but it, if you can tell, it pushed the chalk into the canvas, and it compacted the chalk, and it made it muddier. It made my colors darker when I wanted that kind of light, airy, mystical kind of feel. This piece is titled More Womb. More Womb. Womb as in W-O-M-B. My bad. Okay. I love how this protector feels. I mean, sounds. I like the way it looks too. It's like very dimpled and stuff, and I love the way it feels. I love the way it sounds. I got this 72 cent assorted color box. It's got, oh my god, I mean, it's freaking got everything in here. Okay. So each little foam tray of pastel is removable. There's no glue holding it down. Look at these colors. If you're trying to take a nap or sleep, I am sorry. Flip your phone over. So here's some colors. Let me see if I can get a better look for you. Okay, so this is what I mean. It has so many colors. Just look at these blues. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous blues. You can tell this whole row, I don't know that I've used every single color, but I was using it quite a bit. Let's see. Yeah, only a few are turned the light back off because I don't need it. I was just trying to show y'all the palette that we have. I've got a damp paper towel. I think I lost it. Fell on the floor. It's fine. So I have a damp paper towel just on the desk, and then I have a dry paper towel in my lap. I am coloring by window light, and I'm going to start this painting drawing on camera, and then I'm going to finish it off camera at some point. Like, I may stay for another 5 minutes once I get started. We're at a minute. Okay. Just trying to decide what colors. I always am attracted to the blues. I really love some of these greens and reds, though. Okay. I was looking outside because I was like, do I want to paint the outside? What do I want to draw? I'm gonna grab a pencil. I haven't been sketching much lately, which is not a good thing. But I've just been trying to be nice to myself and kind of give myself grace when it comes to content creation and such, because I'm new to that. Let's see. So these pastel pants I have a titanium white. This is colorless blender, but it also kind of looks like white. Let me see. I won't need this one. I'm trying to decide. I did use this last time on the canvas, so I'm going to use this again. It's kind of tricky to get on. Like, when you put it on, it just rolls off. Okay, that looks like it's on. I'll take out the sponges just in case. I'm gonna put these back. I've got pencil sharpener. I have a sharpener that catches all the shavings. I need to empty it. Oops. It's green. That's if I need it, though. I don't know that I will. I'm envisioning. I don't know, I'm kind of seeing like a square. Oh, an eraser. I really would like to get pastel pencils at some point, because the other day I tried to use a colored pencil on top of chalk, like sealed chalk pastel, and then I understood why pastel pencils were a thing. Because, okay, so this is the one I'm talking about. I signed it here at the bottom, and the colored pencil, it was like, it felt like I was scratching into it. I don't know that I was pressing hard, but, and the color itself was not laying on top of the chalk, like it was almost just taking the chalk away instead of writing on top of it. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna sketch a little bit. just a little bit from YouTube Academy. I think I want it to be opened. So they were just talking about this guy. Shoot, I can't remember what his name is. I'll mention it somewhere when I find it or figure it out. But he was just talking about, how to actually sketch technique-wise, motion-wise. During this part, I may not talk a whole lot because I'm really trying. I'm in here and I'm thinking, Let's see. That's a nice line. I am not using a ruler, so essentially I'm sketching what looks like the inside of a room. I guess I've been thinking about corners lately. I'm really not sure, but essentially I have drawn the corner of a room, two walls. Gosh, it's gonna be hard to show you. I'll just kind of show you a little bit. So that's kind of what it looks like, just two walls meeting. I'm not gonna lie, in my head I kind of imagined a stage. I'm thinking, I'm not erasing everything, but I am erasing kind of the bigger lines that aren't central. I really want to get like a paintbrush just for like drawing and sketching and painting or whatever, to wipe away, eraser bits. I'm looking at some of the natural shadows that are occurring in the sketch right now. I think earlier in the video, when I was talking about art, because I don't think I finished that portion, but basically what I was getting at was that I'm gonna do what I want, like art-wise, because why not? Why not? I recently, like since receiving chalk pastels and getting to know them, I've thought about continuing drawing characters. I have this one character I drew a long time ago. It's a strawberry. It won't be shown in this video. That sketchbook is not here. It's at my mom's house. So I'll have to get that and show y'all. Or if I find a picture in my camera roll or something, I'll show y'all. There's a strawberry I drew, so I just really like the idea of continuing to make characters. And then once again, since I've received chalk, I've had this strange idea, which isn't strange at all, but for me it is. But just the idea of, and the interest of children's books. is because I have texture issues. I really do. So, and that's why I was kinda worried and upset when I received a chalk. So, which I'm grateful for this pastel set. I really love them. I had asked for oil pastels, or tried to, so I told the person that I wanted soft oil pastels because I thought that's what they were called. But it seems that soft pastels and oil pastels are different things. At least that's what I think it is. I think soft pastel refers to chalk, like to the chalk pastel, and oil pastel is, oil. So, yeah. Either way, I'm pretty much over it now because I really do. I love this chalk, and I really want to do it and just kind of see how far I can get. Sometimes when you get this crazy idea that just washes over you, maybe, especially if it has to do with, your creativity and stuff like that, maybe you should do it. Okay. Oh, also, see, certified yapper. I go in so many different directions. Um, so now that it looks like a phantom, just phantom lines, you can barely see it. I am ready to build my color, and it's funny that it is like two walls meeting because I did a painting a couple weeks ago. Like I was saying, um, it's two walls meeting at a corner, but it's like the angle it's an outward angle. So this way on the on that canvas, and then this paper is like the line is inverging, so it's coming in. Oh, it's coming in. Okay, we're turning inwards, I guess. I think I'm into all these colors. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm such a nerd. I love these colors so much. I want to use them all, dang it. And that's the problem with being like a color motivated artist, or just an artist that creates from color. I don't know. It's hard. They all speak to me. I wonder if that's a bad thing, because that's like, which one do I use? So I've been watching some people on YouTube who also do chalk art, and there was this one person whose palette, all of her sticks were broken once or multiple times, or nearly all of the sticks, and I was horrified. But then she showed why it's easier to work with broken sticks. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. That makes sense. But they're just so beautiful. Like, why break them? Why break them? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got this bracelet like a week ago or so from my bestie. Christmas, and it's got these little dangly pieces, and I was reaching for a piece of chalk, and the dangly part was like going over the pastel sticks. Hold on. Oh my god, dude. Is that like an original trigger? If so, yes. I hope that is actually picking up the way I think it is. It really is. The little things. That works, I guess. Okay. I guess I'm going for some like reds and orange and like deeper coral reds and like soft pinks and purples and yellow maybe. I don't know. This color is dark cadmium orange. That's much area. Okay. So maybe I will work with light. If you're trying to rest, this might be the time for you to flip your phone face down. I'm gonna play around with the said something I didn't like. Anyways, I think it was like something kinda racist or like really racist, but he said that and I just kinda turned my head to the side like, did he say that? He did. He did. Okay. Um, I turned it off. Anyway, back to color building. When I was using chalk on canvas panel, it I had a lot of like chalk excess come off, and I can already see it on my paper here. And usually I would just tap it on the desk and it'll fall off, but maybe we can do something about it by blending. I'm seeing a pattern on the floor. Oh, as I was saying, I see kind of like a pattern in the floor, so I'm going to use the orange on top of it. And then back to color building. Okay, I really want like more darkness and depth closer to where the corners meet together, and then along the farthest wall a little bit, and then maybe down here on the other side of the line that goes off the paper this way. I'm just drawing down the colors in here. I've got light purple, pink, and we're gonna call it red because I already took its paper off. It's some kind of red. I just don't know what they call